So in another video that I made, I mentioned the impact of media and how it can help you in your spiritual path. I have another piece of media that I think honestly truly supports my claims. The song Numb by Linkin Park is literally a song about self-acceptance, and I think there's so much to learn from it. Hearing the lyrics, it sounds like a teen fighting against their parents' expectations. Throughout the actual video itself, you see a girl, trying to go through life, and it's just being so much more difficult than she deserves, People are just being hard on her, and it's all external harshness. It's all external expectations. So often we have expectations of ourselves. What I think can be harmful is when those expectations don't take into account the state I'm actually in. Sometimes those expectations haven't taken into account my mental health. And sometimes those expectations just haven't taken into account, I don't know, just the time of day or how much time I have in the day to set aside for the things that I want to do and the things that I think I should do. Things change. People change. I've changed so much. My beliefs about my spirituality and how I form my spiritual practice has changed tremendously. I believe Brianna Wiest, she's an author. She's written a couple of books. She said that we don't owe anything to our past self. And in some ways I disagree, but in some ways I don't. Because honestly, it can be suffocating. It can be smothering, like how Numb talks about smothering just heavy expectations of what you should be as opposed to acceptance of who you are in this moment right now. Can't you see that you're smothering me, holding too tightly, afraid to lose control? 'Cause everything that you thought I would be is falling apart right in front of you. Every single moment is new. Every single moment has so many different variables that go into it, So change is inevitable, and to have expectations of yourself that don't take into account your present self is not fair to you, and it can be harmful to your spiritual practice and also just your self-esteem in general. I think also perfectionism kind of falls in line with that as well, of thinking you have to be perfect and you have to do things in a perfect way and have no mistakes. I've dealt with that and have expected myself to, just for instance, be able to pick up some tarot cards and just immediately know what the meanings are. Sometimes, pretty much all the time, I'm looking at the guidebook and I'm looking up what the meanings are and trying to piece it together myself. Perfectionism can really seep into your efforts and really just wear you down. This song really just illustrates to me how powerful expectations can be. When you have expectations that are set in stone, it's not realistic, and it's not helpful to you or your spiritual practice whatsoever. So in Brianna Wiest's book, she talks about the Tao and how it talks about death being kind of alike to coldness and strictness and immovability. It's just very hard. You think about rigor mortis and inflexibility. That's really what it is. Whereas in life, there's flexibility, there's warmth, there's openness. In life, we have to be flexible. We have to be open to changing because we're going to change whether we like it or not, but that change is all a part of life. And I love Linkin Park for, creating the song, singing the song. Our parents, our society, our friends, they're not the only ones that can place really restrictive expectations on us, sometimes that can be ourselves. When I thought about it in that way, it just made perfect sense. And I just want to encourage you to take it easy on yourself. Definitely listen to the song if you've not already. Just beautifully written, beautifully produced. It's just a really, really great song. And if you have a song that you also think can be helpful in someone's spiritual journey, or it's been helpful in your spiritual journey, definitely write it down in the comments. Like, I would love to hear it.